Colonial Sports Center.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another fantastic night of Colonial Sports Center. Sorry, it is a great night. Championship sports all around. Lots of stuff going on in athletics. My name is Casey Irwine. Alongside me, Cam Wickline, as always, paired up with me. And Cam, you know, I missed you last time. I had a mirror with me, but glad you're back. What do we got going on?
I missed you so much, Case, and I missed talking about Colonial sports. As you mentioned, there's championships going on. There's basketball being played. There was a lot of basketball on campus all weekend. A loaded week of Colonial sports.
Yeah, and I ended last week's show by saying, let's hope that men's soccer will be Horizon League Championship. That ended up happening, and today they played their first game in the NCAA tournament. They went to Ann Arbor, Michigan to play the Wolverines, and it just finished up, and they lost 2-0 in this one. It was a competitive game in the first half, but Colonials just could not find too much on offense. Michigan in conference play this season finished 2-3-5, found a spot in this tournament, come up against the Colonials who won the Horizon League Championship, and they just closed them out on offense. The Colonials team that had great offense in the entire Horizon League, but just couldn't find it tonight.
Yeah, the record on Michigan might not seem impressive, but everyone knows in the postseason you don't want to play hot teams, and they're a team that went into the Big Ten tournament, ended up making a run all the way to the championship game, lost to number 1 overall Ohio State. It was a tight game throughout. Michigan scored early, and then the physicality of just being a bigger school, bigger team, bigger players. RMU really couldn't do much. They struggled to possess the ball all night.
Yeah, Michigan with two goals from two players with their first career goals. The first one was a fantastic goal from outside the shot and really set the momentum and the tone for the rest of the game for Michigan. When you have an outside-the-box top corner curler, you know, it's hard for RMU as a lower-seeded team to really bounce back into that one. But good job for RMU. You know, it was their first NCAA tournament since 2005. So let's just go back a little bit. We got to see how they got there. They had a little streak themselves getting to the Horizon League Championship against the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. They lost a few weeks ago against them 3-2. But right here, first half, Victor Thompson, right foot, bang! Oh my goodness, what a looping curler for his first career goal for RMU. What a perfect time, perfect place, and perfect goal this was. Gets it from Chase Gilley, one touch, and just absolutely finesses it. He had time and space and did exactly what he wanted with it. Absolutely nothing the keeper can do there. A perfect looping curler. And here, Grizzlies are going to have a chance, but it's saved by Josh Lane. He comes out and stops it. Oh my goodness, what a reaction. Grizzlies players, they are upset. They knew this was a huge chance. Josh Lane, he comes out quick with reaction, gets a paw right on out there. Looked like Martinez at the end of the last World Cup. And oh my goodness, what a save. Right here, end of the game. Golden Grizzlies, 10 seconds left, one last chance, and that would do it. It goes right on over. RMU wins 1-0 in the Horizon League Championship. Their very first Horizon League Championship. They are having a blast, Cam.
Yeah, I noticed you said Victor Thompson scored that goal, not one of the Gillies, not JP and Booth, not Anas Adran. Victor Thompson, the junior goalie, the junior defender, he's the reason the Colonials are raising that championship trophy right then and there. He said after the game, honestly, it just felt unreal to be able to score on a day like this, in a final like this where it meant so much. I couldn't think of any better way to score my first collegiate goal. That's the quote out of the junior defender, transferred from Tulsa. Not only his first goal this year, first collegiate goal. Defenders don't usually score, but playmakers make big plays sometimes.
Yeah, just an absolutely perfect goal. Maybe the best goal of the entire season for the Colonials, and really just the absolute perfect place to do it. You know, he'll be thinking about that one for the rest of his college career and maybe the rest of his life, Cam.
He definitely will. A great season out of the Colonials, even though they lost tonight against Michigan. Horizon League champions, nothing to complain about. On to basketball. The men's basketball team headed up to Ithaca, New York, took on the Ivy League opponent, Cornell Big Red. That being said, those smart kids got outsmarted by the Colonials, 86-76. The Colonials ended up winning this game. Alvaro Fulgueres was an absolute dog, 19 points, 12 rebounds. He got a double-double. And Cornell, all game, tried to make it close. They'd go on runs, got it within 1 point multiple times, but the Colonials led throughout. They were always able to keep them just far enough away, and at the end of the game, pulled away with free throws.
Yeah, a great win for the Colonials in this one. You know, you can see Amari Dickerson, another great game. Alvaro Fulgueres, another fantastic game from him. Colonial's not an Ivy League school. Maybe we're not known as the smartest people around, but sometimes you put a group of guys together, they all get one mind track on something, and they can produce great results like that. What a game for the Colonials.
We got some smart people too. Andy Toole, Ivy League basketball player. Maybe that was the difference.
Yeah, he's played in that league. He knew what he was doing. He cooked up a perfect game plan on that little whiteboard. But let's move on just a little bit to before. RMU had a chance to gel a little bit more in preparation for this game with a tournament they hosted at the UPMC Event Center, the Urban Bennett Invitational MTE. And we're going to focus on two players in this one who really took a chance to shine and become maybe figureheads for the rest of this season. I want to start who I just talked about, Alvaro Folgueras, okay? Came in last season for RMU from Malaga, Spain. Only started 6 games all of last season. This season, he's now started 7 games already, the 6'9" sophomore. He currently leads the entire NCAA in rebounds at 82, and just about every number of his is up from last year. His field goal percentage, up by 8%. His three-point shooting is up by 10%. His free throw shooting is up by 13%. He's the most steals on the team, and he's second in blocks. He's been put in the lineup by Andy Toole, and he has taken his chance. So you can see he's the type of guy get down low, but he can kind of step back a little bit, take those three, bit of a Carmelo Anthony Towns.
Now on to the New Orleans game. RMU played the Privateers. What a fantastic name, by the way. But DJ Smith was the difference in this one. 20 points. You're going to see a nasty play here. An and 1-3. He cleaned up from the three-point line. 4 for 8, 50%. You're not supposed to make 50% of your threes. And then as he does here on the 4-point play, he cleaned up from the free throw line too. Took the free points when he was giving them. 6 for 7 from the free throw line. Ended up scoring 20 points. He was the difference in this game.
Yeah, he's been filling in for Cam Woods after an injury from him, and he has also taken his chance. He has been really, really great. His three-point shooting, Cam, as you said, it has been fantastic. Some of the Colonials really need to improve on, and with him in there, they really, really have. Let's go right over to some women's basketball, though. Last night, they played local rival St. Francis at the UPMC Event Center. Coach McCabe, 2-1 in her first 3 games. St. Francis, 0-5. So let's go right into it, a matchup that started all the way back in 1978. St. Francis in the game right at the end, despite being 0-5. You can see he comes back over here. Ara Levy puts it up. That one is good from 3, 26 seconds to go. Ara Levy finds open space. She was 5 for 7 from 3 last night with 19 points, top scorer on both teams, and somehow RMU in the clutch moment doesn't mark her, and she does exactly what the red flash needed. Now, Colonials need something. 9 seconds. It's going to come over to Sabua. Sabua pulls up. That one, no good. She's going to get her own rebound, put out to the top scorer on the team, Givon. Givon rims out on that one, and she is devastated. Oh, my goodness. It was so close, rimmed right on out, and the Colonials lose a heartbreaker on this one. Just a devastating loss for McCabe after the first 3 games. Natalie Johnson, an important stat, 10 points. She spent her first 2 seasons of college at RMU, only started 5 games, only averaged 4 points, comes in last night for a revenge game. She made a difference, scores 10 points, and was a key player, and RMU lose this one.
Yeah, in a game where she was 4 for 6 at the time, you can't leave Levy open. She ends up draining a big 3. I know Coach McCabe's team already knows this, but it's just honestly an unacceptable error at that time, and it's the reason they lost the game.
Yeah, that and also getting out rebounded 32-15. Oof. That is not gonna work, and that's not how you're gonna find success. Well, coming up right after this, Cam, we have got some ramifications for the football team after some recent results for them, and we're gonna give you a little bit of a Thanksgiving preview and some teams you should be thankful for this season. Coming up right after this on Colonial Sports Center.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
So recently on Colonial Sports Center, we've had a tough time pronouncing names. Everybody just can't seem to get the flair for the names that we have here.
Supiani Melee.
Great.
Okay.
Number 2.
Neka Azibo.
Number 3.
Trinity Papaman Jaris.
Okay, everybody together now. Santeri, Hartikainen. Okay, let's get the easy ones out of the way. Number 1.
Rion Smythe.
Okay, Ryan Smith, you're close, okay.
Okay.
Number 2.
Luck Lynch.
Yeah, not quite, a little closer. Bring it to me.
Pete Matthews.
Pete Matthews. But hey, you're right there. Keep practicing. You're right there. All right, everybody. Last one together. You ready?
Coel Chasse.
It's Cole Chase. I think we should just, we should probably just find some new people. These guys.
Hello and welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. No need to waste any time because there's a big football game this week. RMU took on Central Connecticut State, and this one had big ramifications for the conference championship. You can see before the game, Robert Morris and Central Connecticut State both tied in conference with Duquesne being 1 game ahead. All 3 of these teams kind of locked. RMU lost to Duquesne the week before. Central Connecticut plays Duquesne after Robert Morris. So all 3 of these teams really controlled their own destiny. Let's take a look at how this game went. We're going to pick it up in the 4th quarter. RMU down by 3. Jason Jenkins, 45-yard field goal. He sends it to overtime with zeros on the clock. The Colonials are hyped, and honestly, I can't really blame them.
Yeah, just a great field goal. Came in at a time when they really, really needed it, Cam.
Jason Jenkins back, 37-yard field goal closer, middle of the hashes, and he misses it. This field goal would have called game. Central Connecticut threw an interception on the first play, and Jason Jenkins can't come through. Noah Robinson scored a touchdown for RMU on their time of overtime. Central Connecticut State scored here, and now they go for the 2-point conversion, and they score. Isaac Boston throws it off of his lineman's helmet, and I believe throws it to Gavin Bryson. I promise viewers I tried my absolute darndest to find it, but blame the SID of Central Connecticut State because I tried to figure out who caught this, and this number 1 is listed as a defensive back. So I tried.
Well, they had to go for the 2-point conversion because it was a double overtime. They find it. Colonials lose a huge game on this one. We're going to switch it on over to the ice now. Men's hockey played a little bit against Sacred Heart. Had 2 games. Coming into these games were 1-1-1 in AHA play. 2 more games in AHA with these, and they lose both. Fall to 1-3-1 in AHA play. RMU from 2010 to 2018 had won 21 straight games versus Sacred Heart. But now since 2019, Sacred Heart has now beaten RMU in the last 8 matchups. So RMU they've lost Sacred Heart's number, and it has been a struggle recently, especially at the start of this season for the Colonials. Walter Zacher, he's had 7 goals so far in the season, fails to find the net in this one. Colonials offense just was not there, and the defense especially was not there. And that's been a big issue so far for the Colonials, Cam.
Yeah, the goaltending was better at the start of the year, but as of recently, too many pucks have been getting between the pipes, and it's just as simple as that.
And we're going to go right on over to women's hockey against Mercyhurst. They also had 2 AHA games. And this one right here, shot. That one just sneaks right on by Maggie Hatch's ear. A goal for Tristana Tater for Mercyhurst. What a rip shot on that one. You can see she just lines it up, takes her shot. Maggie Hatch, nothing she's going to do on that one. She just could not even see it on that goal. And here comes a little bit of a scrum here. It's close to the net. Maggie Hatch trying to do something here. It hits off the crossbar and doesn't go in. RMU escapes on this one. You can see here it's just finding a way. Little bit of a back shot. Bounces up, hits the crossbar. Maggie Hatch falls back and lays right on it. Now, 3rd period, RMU trying to find an answer, but Mercyhurst looking put away, and she just squeezes it on through Regina Meltzer on this one, just forces it in. Couldn't even see where the puck was. Maggie Hatch definitely didn't know where the puck was. She had 36 saves, but could not save the 2 important shots. This was also the teddy bear toss. It was supposed to be everyone, all the fans, throw a teddy bear onto the ice after RMU's first goal. They didn't score a goal, Cam.
They didn't score a goal. They're letting in too many goals. They're not scoring enough goals. There's just a lot of things going wrong with the women's hockey team right now. And our resident hockey expert, Cam Macariola, is going to tell you exactly why.
Thank you, guys. We're going to take a look at what went wrong for the Robert Morris women's hockey team in their 5-0 loss to their rivals, Mercyhurst Lakers. We're going to start here. Colonials on the penalty kill. They've been out for 1:20 already. They get the puck in the corner with a chance to clear, but nobody is looking and analyzing their ice. They're all puck watching here. Instead of going up through the clear ice, they just try and rim it around, and the Lakers jump on this, turn it over. Puck doesn't leave the zone, and just mere seconds later, you'll see this opportunity for the Lakers. 4 bodies directly in front of Maggie Hatch. She can't see. I can see the clear path, and they can see the puck in the back of their net. 1-0. The Lakers. Let's take a look at the second goal now by the Lakers here. Colonials on the power play. This right here, I was taught when I was younger, is the gray zone. 5 feet from each side of the blue line. Statistically, it takes 8 seconds for a grade A scoring chance when the puck is turned over in this zone. Let's put a timer down here. 2-on-1, shot just wide, 5 seconds. Now, puck never left the zone from that chance. Colonials turn it over. Once again, where are we at? We're a little worse than the gray zone, below the blue line, and the result is much worse for the Colonials. Pucks in the back of their net. Again, 2-0 Lakers. Let's take a look here at the third goal of the game. Colonials get a chance to clear the zone right here, and guess where we're at again? 5 feet from the blue line, the gray zone. Turned over by the Colonials. Let's start the timer. Mercyhurst just took the puck. Let's see how long it takes for a grade A scoring opportunity to happen. And you know what? It takes exactly 8 seconds for a good team like the Lakers to convert on these opportunities. You can't let these happen. And now finally, let's take a look at the fourth goal of the game. Colonials looking to stretch the ice, but you know what that happens? A turnover. Where is it at? The gray zone. Once again, let's put the timer down. 8 seconds average for a grade A scoring chance, and let's see where the Lakers convert. 8 seconds, we're in the house. The most dangerous spot on the ice. You need to defend it, and what happens? Puck's in the back of the net. So quickly can these teams convert on small mistakes. But let's take a closer look here. Stop. All 4 players just puck watching. Nobody's going after the puck. Nobody's trying to push her out of the slot. Small details after a bye week is an inexcusable reason for the Colonials to show up in a 5-0 loss to the Lakers. They will look to try and rebound against Penn State, the #1 team in the AHA. We'll see what happens. Guys, back to you.
Colonials 0-3-1 to start conference play this season and 1 goal in their last 3 games. Thank you, Cam, for your analysis on this one. But coming up right after this on Colonial Sports Center, we've got the end of the season for volleyball, and later in the show, it's our top 5 plays. So stick around right after this.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet,
we discover
they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure love.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. And as we said before the end of the break, volleyball played their last couple games. Let's get right on into these ones. End the season right here. It was against Green Bay. These games, and it just was not the way the Colonials wanted to end the season here. 2 losses on this one. Last one, a pretty big loss in set 4, and they got swept in the first one, so just not what you want to see. Colonials offense never really got going in this season. Couldn't really find it in this game either. Still was able to make it close sometimes, but overall, end the season on 2 more losses, Cam.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the season, I really thought this year would be different. Head coach Danny Doherty has been here since 2021. He finally has all of his players, and I think he's a good coach. He's a good dude, and he's a guy, one of those guys you want to see succeed, and he improves on his win total by 2 games this year. They're still at the bottom or near the bottom in almost every stat in the Horizon League, except for blocks. They're killing it in blocks this year. That was pretty impressive. That being said, just not the results you want to see out of the volleyball team.
Yeah, the blocks were helped a lot out by Azra Eric, the sophomore from Turkey. She had 127 blocks in total this season for Colonials. The defense, especially blocks, really need to improve, and it did, but they just could not find any offense this season. That's really what went wrong for them.
No, they really couldn't. But something that's gone a little better in the world of Colonial sports, the RMU football team, that's what I'm thankful for this year. Thank God the football team is finally good. Just a few years ago, the 0-12 football team, it hurt to be a Robert Morris student, I can't lie. And I really think one of the biggest reasons is the absolute stud that is Rob Carter Jr. This man just simply makes plays. I was asking Ray Smoke Thomas, why did Rob Carter Jr. go D2 before he transferred to Robert Morris? This guy should be playing at Pitt. He said he's small, he probably runs a 4.5, but you can't teach heart and you can't measure the intangibles that this man has. He has a nose for the football and he's always around making big plays. Pick 6, kick return touchdown just last game.
Well, let's go over to another team you should be thankful for. It's a team we've talked about a lot. Men's soccer, their first NCAA tournament appearance since 2005. I'm thankful for the team that they produced this year. My favorite sport with a fantastic season. First Horizon League championship. Had an awesome win against number 18 Duquesne this season. Showed the best offense in the Horizon League. The most exciting team to watch this fall, in my opinion. And they must be extremely thankful for Chase Gilly. He's been the figurehead of this team over the last few seasons. Led the Colonials in points this season. Had the goal to send the Colonials to the Horizon League championship. He was the Horizon League championship MVP. So that's a player that RMU is thankful for, that we're thankful for, that you should be thankful for. And real quick on that Thanksgiving little graphic, I just love the little turkey in the background. I think if you look up Turkey PNG, that was probably the first one, but he's got character, and I like him, Cam.
Speaking of turkey, it's Thanksgiving time, and that means that we won't be here next week, so we want to give you a rundown on everything that's happening until we come back. Case, take it away.
Yeah, tons of games coming up. You can see women's hockey at Penn State. It has always been a big matchup. Huge games last season. That's going to be an exciting one. More men's hockey as well. You've got football looking for a bounce-back game. Women's hockey again at Penn State, and women's basketball at Pitt. That's the game we're going to be talking about in a little bit. That's going to be a big, maybe bounce-back game. And they also have a game at Duquesne as well. 2 city games for women's basketball.
Yeah, just run through a couple that I want to highlight here. Women's basketball takes on Bucknell. Tuana Joshkin, she transferred from RMU. She's there now. AIC for men's hockey, they just cut their programs. Last time the Colonials will ever play them, unless something happens in the postseason. And then at the end of this schedule here, both basketball teams open up Horizon League play.
Well, Cam, that's how we're going to leave it with those games, but it's not like we're leaving yet, Cam.
Not
right
quite
before we go, to send you off to a nice dinner with all your family, Top 5 plays are going to feed you and fill you up all the way until next Thursday. So stick around on Colonial Sports Center for some good stuff coming up.
Sick is going to pass it off to, that's 21, that's Adamo, and
Hey, be good. Keep your head up. Let's get this.
So take a look at this goal here. Nick Berkusik sneaks it over the shoulder of Logan Drackett to win it in overtime, and the Colonials snap the losing streak, and they'll head on to Holy Cross with a victory.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Let's go. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center, and I smell something. I think it smells like turkey or stuffing.
Is that top 5 plays, Case?
I think it is.
I think it's top 5 plays.
I think it's top 5 plays on Colonial Sports Center right before Thanksgiving. Amarian Dickerson.
Oh my God!
With the dunk.
Oh my God!
Comes right down the court. No little tease on that one. We just threw that one right in your face as Amarian Dickerson threw that one in theirs. Oh my goodness! Look at that from Amarian Dickerson. What a play for number 5.
That's an absolute rim shaker. We're sticking at the event center. Basketball, Fulgares finds DJ Smith. He gets fouled, and the bucket goes anyways. He gets fouled on the three-pointer, ends up sinking the free throw. 4-point play. DJ Smith goes up, doesn't care about the contact. The ball is in the hoop anyways.
DJ Smith, a fearless little guy on the court, and that one, huge play. Let's go on to number 3. It's a guy we just talked about. It's going to be Rob Carter Jr. He's going to look at this one in kick return. He's going to come. He's going to go through. A little bit of a juke, and he is through. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Colonials, Rob Carter Jr., their best player on the season. And oh my goodness, does it in special teams now. A burst of speed, and he was gone, looking like the Flash, looking like me on the way to the table when my mom says dinner is ready next Thursday. Rob Carter Jr., oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, if you didn't see enough Rob Carter Jr., you're going to see a little bit more. Rob Carter Jr. with a pick 6. He picks the ball off, and you're not tackling him. It's just that simple. Rob Carter has a nose for the end zone. He has a nose for making big plays. He has a nose for the end zone, just like you with that food on Thanksgiving, Case. I love it. I think I'm the head of the Rob Carter Jr. fan club. I love this man. I love what he's done for the Colonials football team this year. And if this isn't the top play of the week, Case, what could be?
I'm not too sure. I mean, look at this one. Was that Rob Carter Jr. or was that Troy Polamalu on this one when he broke that tackle? Does a little jig in the end zone with his teammates, but number 1. Oh boy, look at this one. It's Chase Gilly. He's going to get on over. Victor Thompson, a looping curler on this one. Goal!
Oh my gosh, what a goal.
Golazo, golazo, golazo. Victor Thompson with the goal to win the Horizon League Championship. Oh my goodness. The side netting bulges as the Colonials take the gold home on this one.
The keeper never stood a chance. Case, I'll be honest, this might be the greatest top 5 plays we've had since I started doing Colonial Sports Center.
Yeah, at the start of the season, you had that Rob Carter one-handed interception. That may have been the best play we've ever seen, but overall, top 5 plays in general, that number 5 could have been top 1.
We started off with that dunk. That's number 1 most weeks. That was electric.
That was unbelievable. Great way for Colonial Sports to round off some games. But now we're going to go into a few games to watch. We said some ones you have to watch over Thanksgiving break, but there's 2 we really want to highlight, Cam.
Case, you take it away first.
Well, it's a game we talk about, women's basketball. They need a bounce-back game, and they're going against Pitt in downtown Peterson Event Center. Big game. You got to look at Noah Gavon. She has been the top scorer on the team this season. Had that devastating miss right at the end of the game. Didn't have a great game last game in total, and she, I think, needs to have a huge bounce-back game. I think she will. She's definitely has been thinking about this one since last night, and she is looking for it. But RMU, they need to watch out for Khadijah Faye. 16 points per game, 10.6 rebounds per game. RMU out-rebounded 32-15 last game. So if they want to win this game, they're going to have to stop that monster in Khadijah Faye down low.
They're going to have to. In Case, I think you've got great taste because I also picked a women's basketball game that's coming up. It's not my fault. The Colonials are playing the 2 teams in the city. This time they're playing Duquesne, and Isis Grady might be the difference for the Colonials if they want to take this one home. She has a nasty mid-range. She showed it off all against St. Francis. The Colonials are really going to have to watch out for Megan McConnell, though. She's averaging almost 20 points a game, 7 boards a game, 5 assists a game, doing it all for the Dukes, but hopefully the Colonials can come home victorious.
All right, yeah, that's what we want you to see. Cam, what do you want to see first at Thanksgiving next week? What's first thing going on that plate?
My mom makes mac and cheese. I know it's a little untraditional, but I love it, Case. Don't judge me.
Me personally, my mom's green bean casserole with the bacon and the crispy onions. Thank you for watching Colonial Sports Center. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and good night.